Hello again. On July the 29th, the same day that three little girls were killed in a random stabbing spree by a man supposedly of African heritage, a very similar crime was committed in the Italian town of Terno da Sola. There, a man who was born in Italy to immigrants from sub-Saharan Africa went out on his bicycle carrying a knife with the intention of stabbing to death the first person he met. This happened to be a young woman called Sharon Verzini. He stabbed her in the back until she was dead. His sister said after he was arrested and confessed to the murder, "We knew he was not well, but we never thought it could come to this. We knew he was unwell." This suggests strongly that the man was mentally ill, and I would guess at paranoid schizophrenia. This phenomenon, that of a man with paranoid schizophrenia going out and attacking random strangers, does seem to be something one sees in men of African ancestry more than white people or other ethnic groups. It is not, of course, a common occurrence, but when it does happen, this ethnic group and this psychiatric disorder generally seem to be involved. This is odd because schizophrenia doesn't generally cause Chinese people, say, who are afflicted by it, behave in this way, or Indians, if it comes to that matter, or white people. Black Caribbeans in the United Kingdom are 9 times more likely to develop schizophrenia than white people. Black Africans are almost 6 times more likely to have the illness at some point in their lives. This tendency is passed down through generations and has a strong genetic component. Black people of African origin, whether in Africa or the United States, are more prone to carrying the genetic markers for susceptibility to this type of mental illness. I give a few references for this assertion in the description to this video. For some reason, not only do people of African heritage appear to be more likely to develop schizophrenia, it seems to manifest itself more in the form of violent attacks on other people, with murderous assaults with edged weapons being one extreme form of this. This does not, of course, mean that every African with this disorder is apt to carry out such attacks, but when they do happen, it is usually a person of African or Caribbean heritage involved. Whether this is a cultural thing, it's impossible to say, but it is probably no coincidence when two such random stabbing attacks occurred on the same day on July the 29th, one in England and one in Italy, that it would be men of African ancestry who were subsequently arrested for the crimes.